Hello, this is Cosmo Guy, and I'm going to show you my my factory. Now, when you first log in, you'll be starting here. Um, if you're playing single player, you should be in creative mode. Because I'm on a server, game mode creative. There you go. Right, and this is the spawning area. Um, as you can see, there's a scoreboard on the right hand side, and that tells you how many boxes each line has done. So you've got open door, which opens the door, and then this one's to close it. So yeah, we walk in. Obviously got both buttons on the thingy as well on the inside. Now if we walk down here, we have a canteen. Basically using the minecart tricks, which is pretty cool. We got a water cooler. There's a lot of stuff because water bottles don't stack. There is a lot in here, so if you do run out, you can simply go into spectator and just top it up. Okay, you got choice of fruits, chocolate biscuits if you feel like a treat, a sandwich, and pumpkin pie. I guess 3 of them are what you would normally get in the canteen at work. Pumpkin pie, a little bit different, I guess, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now then, this is the over here. You got a main control panel. Now we've already I hit the master reset before doing this, so everything is fully reset. If we press this, show lifetime, that shows you the lifetime cases that all the lines have done. That's also master reset does reset that, so just if we want to reset all lines, it's just that one. That one show cases. You can put yourself in creative mode, survival. It's better to run the lines in survival mode. There's no monsters, they're all switched off. So I'm not going to talk you through the lines because some of them are different, but they're set up in exactly the same way. So if you want to run line 1, you've got to activate it first. That puts you on a team. And then here, right, put yourself in survival. There's a book here. There's also there's your box knife. Here we go. There's more books there. So pick up this up. I can see this is the item that you're crafting basically, but some items are pick up only, so you only like pick them up and pack them as fast as you can, like command blocks for instance. So yeah, like say like if we wanted to do crafting tables, it's product ID 105. So put that back, put yourself in creative mode, and then you just change this number to the product ID and then press that button, and that's it. Line 1's now ready to run. You go to survival. I can see you can show items or cases. That's how many we've crafted. I don't think it's fully accurate. The pickup one isn't, but the crafted items might be. But to get the exact figure, you can always multiply the amount that's in the box, which is 1,728, and multiply it by how many boxes you've done. When you start to push like the line won't start straight away. You've got to set the speed. This has a max speed of 10, which is quite slow, but fast enough for crafting tables. So reset it to 5. Now the lever is continuous run mode. If that's off, which it is at the moment, the line will only run if you're still on the pressure plate. And now, yeah, so we click on the crafting table. Don't know why I had that off. And now we can just shift click and craft them away. 5 is quite slow. I normally run it at 7 or 8 on crafting tables. And as you can see, it's been called upon already. This is a really slow product. Should probably be better if I picked a faster product. But I want to show you all the lines. Because when you put the product ID in, this tells the system what items to summon. So This is far too slow. Let's put it to 7. And I say that and already it's full. Now if you're struggling, the correct way to stop the line is to speed reset. So it doesn't matter if you continuous mode or whether you start on pressure plate, it will always stop the line. So we do that. We're nearly done our first box. So yeah, this is a good way to. It's the best way to stop the line to get caught up again. Because your XP where it displays your XP, that shows you how fast the line is running basically. Now to start it again, it's probably best if you step off the pressure plate. Because all you do then you just set the speed again, and that's it. The line will run again. Because if you're doing that while you're still on the pressure plate, of course it will start up while you're still setting the speed. So if we stand on this again, and they're going to come out as a bit quicker now because we run at speed 7. Also, if you press tab, it shows what speed everybody's running their lines at. So I think that's a really cool feature. I think we've got enough there to finish the box. I hope so. So we stop the line. Because this is a training line, so it makes sense that it's slow. Yeah, we got more than enough. Of course, but make sure it's full, because there is a check weigher system. Send it off, and you get a ding, and it tells you it's been accepted. Now, if you see that in red, and you hear a do, a lower tone, then it means it's been rejected because it's not got enough items in. So if we do this, if we send it off now, it's been rejected. So if we show boxes, it should say 1, which it does, because rejected boxes don't get counted. Now, if you've got any leftover items, you put it speed 1, whether it's wood or crafting tables or whatever. It doesn't matter, it can be a mixture of both. So say you finish running a line, you've done the required amount of boxes, you got some left over, chuck it down this hole. I will show you why in a bit. But first, now, because if you want to reset the line's figures, it's this button. Now this is where, if you got a few lines that need the figures resetting, this also does it. That resets all the lines figures. Because you notice there's an emergency stop as well. This will stop all lines, and it will kill all items in a looping function. So if someone's a bit powered up and they've got too many items because they can't keep up and it starts to lag, that's the only time really you need to hit the E-stop. Press it again and that deactivates it, and then the line will simply start running again. So yeah, if we reset that. But of course, when you reset the figures, make sure the player is online if you want it on the server before you reset, because otherwise you will have to reset it manually by putting because it treats it as a fake player then, you see, and it won't actually reset. So make sure the player's online when you reset. Now you've got line 2, which is a much faster line. I've called this one the double swift line, because this one is a double line. It's a cooperative line, but both sides cannot run at different speeds. As you can see, the control panels, the speed panel is only on one side, but this has a max speed of 25, which is pretty quick, if I'm honest. One thing I forgot to mention, all lines have a top-up boxes, so it won't actually run because no speed set. So if we go, well, this is already full. I want to find one that isn't full, but if you hit the button, it's good while you're packing, keep an eye on the dispenser. When you see some missing, you press that button and it will stock your boxes up. I mean, this line you only get 10 boxes when it. Oh, I forgot to build that in. I fixed that before before I put the world up for download. So yeah, so technically, again, you got top-up boxes for this side and one for that side as well. As you can see, there's one missing in there. So if we press this button, you can see it starts to stock them up. This one gives you 25 boxes, I do believe, at a time. But yeah, same controls. You got the speed reset here. You got one either side. You can run both sides at different speeds. Like if you hit this speed reset, it will do it for this side. And if you hit that one, it will do it for that side. So even if one side stops, the other side can keep right on going. Again, this is a hold. It should tell you leftovers down. Now, if you hit this button, if you redeploy box too early, while the power rail still lit, it might move forward a bit. So okay, so come in the scout, push it back. Or if it's under there, this is where the box knife comes in handy, because you just slice it with that, it opens it up completely, and then just repack everything. So yeah, that's basically it. Line 3 is a single version of line 2, just a swift line, same top speed, but it's just a single line, because both lines are pretty much the exact same layout. So it's either that's up and down 5, that's up and down 1. So this max speed of 25, so this is quite a fast line, as you can see there's hardly any boxes in there. So press that button and you will get another 25 boxes. And then you got line 4. I like to call this one the express line, because this is one of the super fast lines. I say there's 2 packing stations on this one. Max speed 50. Now on the fastest products I can keep up at like 32, 33 on like command blocks, apples, like that kind of thing really. So yeah, now this button is top up this side. Well, it basically tells you, so you can't go wrong really. The speed reset is here. This button right here. Got a single line but with 2 packers. And then you got line 5, which is just a box standard line with a max speed of 20. It's not a fast line. This, well, 20 isn't exactly crawling. 20 is fairly quick. And then got line 6, exactly the same but black. Again, max speed of 20. Pretty much all you need to know. Line 7 on the other hand is the Riptide line, another super fast line with max speed of 100, but this one isn't as flexible as the express line, because this one you can only increase speed in 5 and 10s. So if you can manage 32, it's either on this line it's either 30 or 35. But again, you got 2 packers, speed resets in the same place as the express line. Now, then you got line 8. I call this one the divert line, because you know when you chuck all your leftovers down that hole, well, this is where they end up. And then there's always some items in there. I'll make sure they're clear before. Basically, if you're like swords, this is non-stackables only at this side, and this side is stackables only. So yeah, items at 64 go in that one. Items that don't stack go in this one. Now if you get items stacked to 16, they cannot be packed on this line. So you've got to hit that button to clear items that stack to 16. Again, you stock up boxes, but you don't get many on this line. This is such a slow line. You only get the leftovers. Because now on this line, they can be mixed as long as you go in the correct chest. So you can just do this basically. And then non-stackables go in there. You've got still some more in there. But I make sure the factory's clean before I put it up for download, so all the lines will be cleared, empty. You got line 9 again. It's a box standard line, but it is on blue ice. That's the only difference. Max speed of 20. Line 10 is exactly the same. It's on blue ice with also a max speed of 20. Now line 11 is a little bit different. Now the control panels for most of the lines are exactly the same apart from line 8. I think line 8 is the only one that's different basically, because now this is a Thunderbolt line, max speed of 125, so this is a seriously fast line, but it's 4 packers. You get 2 each side. The items drop down here, so you just go in this gap and quickly grab the items while they're coming down. Again, both sides can set the speed and stuff, but it is only a single line. So if you're right-handed, you can, or left-handed, you can choose which side. Now to operate this line, it's a little bit different from the normal line. You select it, you put the product ID in, so say command blocks uses 101. Survival mode. Now before you do anything, if you want to operate that side, you got this lever activates the line. There's no pressure plate on this line, but because there's no speeds there, that's the only reason why it's not running. So if you set the speed, it will go. I want to. It's the same with this side as well. There's a speed reset on both sides, which is here. Pretty much the same place as the express line and the riptide line. But yeah, because it tells you which button tots up which boxes. This button was to stock up these ones, that one, this one, and the same on the opposite side. So yeah, that's how the Thunderbolt line works, and that's to stop the line. So yeah, this line's got 4 packers, so technically this is the fastest line. We go over here, you got another control panel. This only shows items that each line has done. I know there was only 12 lines, so we go to 12. There is another side in case more lines. If you wanted to add more lines, go for it. You know, but you will have to program them in all yourself. Now this is the double espresso line. It's a double line, but it's basically 2 express lines nailed together. Basically, is all this line. There's 2 jets to get extra storage for more boxes. Now this line has got a parter piece. It's same as double swift line, but this line can be ran at different speeds. So this side can be running at 1, that side can be running at 30. You know, so you can set your now use the at P selector, so it's that nearest player. That's the speed reset. Also that side as well, again for each individual side. So this is probably one of the neatest lines there is. And I thought the double espresso line was just a good name for it. Now we go over here. If you got people who don't want to run the line, this here, a sound will appear telling you what product that line is on. It tells you what line it's coming from as well. So you can do this, and you can check their boxes to make sure they're putting the correct items in their box. If you're not happy with the items in the box or it's not full, grab your box knife and quickly rip it straight. Because if this is running fast, you don't have long to send it off again. Because it's speed 30, 32, it's a box every 3 seconds. So yeah, it's quite fast. That's each side as well. So, and then down here, you got the same for all the other lines. The Thunderbolt line. I see that's not. I see because I selected the product. It tells that sign's there, telling you what product they want. Yeah, this is another. You got little throughways to the factory floor and the dispatch hall, as I call it. Plenty of box knives per line. You see, it's line 10 product. If you're not happy, you chuck things down that hole. I forgot to add those on like there and stuff, so I need to do that. There's still a bit of work to do on it, but hopefully the upload won't be too much longer. Well, it'll be up by the time this video goes out. So yeah, if you've got any items, chuck them down that hole to go to line 8. On the other hand, if you run out of box knives, it's here on line 8. It tells you which side is stackables, which side is non-stackables. The checkway is actually through there. So yeah, as you can see, we're getting quite hungry. So if we run down this, in case if somebody likes to destroy all the product ID books, there is a storeroom where they are all kept. This side is all product ID boxes, double chest full of them, even one there. And this side is absolutely full of box knives. So yeah. As you see, so just an unbreakable renamed diamond, so that's all it is. So yeah, the storeroom is quite important. And I mean, that's basically it. We just grab something to eat, because we can. Now, if you've got like stacks of 16, I mean you can chuck them down to line 8, but it means line 8 will have to sort them out. But if you've got like loads. If you've got an inventory full of items but not quite to fill a box, you can always clear your inventory on this one. But that just wastes product and is yeah. But if you're in a but this is ideal if you're in a hurry, you see. So yeah, and that's basically all it is. It's basically my full factory explained. I don't think there's anything else I need to explain. I think that is literally it. But if you get too much lag, simply hit the E-stop on any. You can hit this anywhere. You can deactivate it from anywhere else, and it will still. So if we hit this again, it will disable it. So you know when it's enabled because the lights will be on. These 4 lights, and also it tells you as well when it's activated. So you know if it's activated from here, another line, someone on another line can easily press it again to deactivate it. So yeah, that's basically it. This is my factory. If you want to do a challenge on do so many boxes in a certain length of time, or if you want to make a video running this factory, please send me the link because I would love to see it and check it out. But for now, checking out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.